I don't know how to figure it out just yet. But in any case, we're live. We're live on YouTube. We're live on IG, and we are live on Facebook. 3 in one session going on. I got to take a photo of this, by the way. It looks really, really next level stuff. So this week we won't be able to do a traditional Haiti Biz news. We just can't. Our bandwidth, for the same reason last week, we just got a lot of projects, a lot of video editing projects, both outsourced out and also in-house in terms of Seejeanty, what we're trying to do. And we're just not going to be able to squeeze in also editing Haiti Biz. I really need help. I need to get some folks in here, grow my video editing team, but that takes money. And now we're not quite there just yet. But we'll keep on moving forward with what we got. That's what it means to entrepreneur. You use what you got, and what you got is a Facebook Live, IG Live, YouTube Live. These really cool, great platforms that allow folks to just talk direct to the people, and also communicate, right? So again, folks who are logging in, hit me up. And let's just jump into it. Got lots to talk about today. I try to keep it to one or two news stories, but today we have one story in particular, or two, that I want to talk about. The first, school system financing, right? And actually, hold on, let me back up. Let me do my usual intro. The Hey Biz News Show, Monday to Friday, bring you news to keep you informed, engaged, and reacting in the most optimal way for your business, investment, and entrepreneur activity. Let's get into it. Today is the 28th of March, and we're going to just chop it up with some news related to Haiti, and of course, with the analysis in terms of how we can go ahead and react. Right. So there's a news story today, and we'll try to see if I can put some links below. In these lives on these links, but you can always go to HaitiBizNews.com. Remember, HaitiBizNews.com. Again, HaitiBizNews.com, and read these for yourselves. The first has to do with the school system financed more than 80% by households, right? And so what does that mean? That means literally, of all the spending that's going on in the country for education, we have only 20% being covered by the state. So that roughly is so we have about $200 million that the state budgets for education, right? And those who are in the country, we know it's not enough, because so often it doesn't get to the teachers, right? It gets stuck in administration, it gets stuck in projects, and it never really gets to teachers and definitely doesn't get to students in terms of getting them product, getting them books, getting them facilities that really help. For example, Wi-Fi in the schools. There's a lot of things that it just doesn't provide, right? And that's a problem. That's a problem. But then compound that with the fact that it's poor households that are having to pay for the schooling, right? You have households that are up to 40% of what they are spending is going to educating their kids, right? It's a problem. That's a problem, right? Because what about food? What about housing, right? There's a bunch of different things that this money is going towards, and where is the state? The state, at the end of the day, should be providing and making a conscious effort to educate, especially when it's only $90 for a year to educate a Haitian child. I'm gonna say it again, $90 in Haiti to educate, right? And so, taking a step back, we can certainly see that that there's when you compare, for example, the DR, right, that has a budget of $18 billion, and you compare the Haiti with a budget of only $2 billion, right? There's going to be some deficiency. I mean, the educational budget the educational budget. No sound bars. Hold on. Oh, let's fix that. Boom, let's fix that. All right, we should be hearing something. That's very odd. We weren't getting sound before, even though it was mic'd up. Okay. Let me know if I'm coming through on IG. That shouldn't have been the case before. Let me know if I'm coming through on IG. Right. So especially when you look at Haiti, the budget differences, the entire budget of education in DR is more than the entire budget. Then sorry, let me back up. The budget for education in DR is more than the entire budget of the Haitian government. Right. So of course there's going to be, when you're looking at differences like that, it gets to the level, right? You can't, it becomes apples and oranges. You can't really compare the two. See what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you can still criticize how we're doing things because there's an allocation in DR of 20% of national spending goes to education, right? But it's much less in Haiti, much less, right? Half of that as a percentage, right? So about 10%, right? So again, that alone, you can, even though you can't criticize the actual raw amount, but you can criticize the percentage that we're putting towards it. That there's a lot of folks who can go and build schools, and you can go in knowing that there's a cultural understanding. Seriously, there's the numbers prove it. And I'm just letting you know, as someone who's here, there's a cultural understanding that folks, we are gonna Haitian parents, we're the ones going to pay, and so it's nothing new or shocking when you open a school and you say, hey, here's how much it is. Folks are gonna pay, right? And though I'm personally not of the mindset of building schools right now, anyways, I think for those looking to make an impact in Haiti, right, and have it be entrepreneurial and have it be value added, right, rather than build a charity, think about how you can build a school, right? How you can build a set of classrooms. No, I'm not. Thanks for the question, but we're talking about Haiti Biz News. One of the articles about how the school system is financed more than 80% of the by private people, by families instead of the state. The state only provides 20%. So we're just talking about it. Right? And we're breaking it down. I'm towards the end of that news story. I'm just letting folks know, how can we use this news to entrepreneurial activity, right? So someone in my IG asked that, folks. And so again, the mindset is, okay, let's think about building a school. Again, instead of a charity, instead of not-for-profit, something that can provide immediate impact is, let's see if we can build a school, and not just in the city either. Think about building a school in the provinces. Think about building a school where there necessarily isn't or hasn't been much support, and there's kids there, and let's see how we can structure something where, it's very, very cheap, but still it can drive value. So even after you're gone, even after you're no longer part of that school can potentially be able to sustain itself, grow, and continue to educate, right? Again, this news story provides evidence that, concrete evidence that, it's part of the cultural norm, right? So that's the news story. Teach folks about rich culture. You're absolutely right. And of course, you can't emphasize certain things. The beauty of private school, you do have some control over what you talk about, and so that's something you can certainly do, is really emphasize in your curriculum our history in Haiti. So the other news story I want to talk about really quick is having to do with so Clifford Barron is pushing for waste recovery. So Clifford Barron, interesting character. He constructed JEDCO, which is one of the leading trash sanitation companies in Haiti, and his wife then started Sanco, doing the same thing. Like she sort of emphasized a little more on pest control, but in any case, they both have two of the leading sanitation companies in the country. I've had a chance to actually meet the wife. She's she's a very interesting person, and she's doing quite a bit in that space. And so I thought that they had separated and were doing their own things, not because of a partnership, but because of something else. But per what I'm reading online, and it seems as if it's genuinely a mutual thing that they decided to do. But yeah, in any case, I'm not Wendy Williams. I'm not here to I'm not here to spread zen. You know what I mean? I'm just here to talk about news and how you can win off this news, right? And so, he's talking about, how the state needs to engage collecting trash. There's a big issue, and it doesn't take, a few steps off the airport to see that there is a huge trash issue in the country. That's obvious. And something I didn't realize until reading this article is that we do have landfill. Apparently, there's a landfill not too far from Seejeanty. And I've driven past there a few times, and it makes sense. The one particular road off Route National, you can take a back road and get pretty close to it. The Seejeanty dump site is the official title for it. So there's a required, Clifford's requesting, we need more landfills. First off, we need to actually have it at a place, at a degree of international standards, i.e. there's folks who actually go to these landfills to look for recycling opportunities to resell. That's a problem, because again, there's a lot of unsafe there. It's unsafe, and there's no attempt by the state to prevent folks from going in. That's a problem, right? There doesn't seem to be any between the state and the private companies like Jedco and Sanco to leverage their capacity to provide clean waste, to provide a system to clean waste and clean the streets. There is certainly not just these two. I said they're the two largest sanitation companies in the country, but there's certainly more. There's other sanitation companies in the country, and a person in my office has a subscription with one of these companies. And there's certainly privatization of trash collection is something. Again, privatization. Haiti is probably one of the most. No one ever talks about that. Haiti is probably one of the most free economies in the world because everything's privatized. Since the state doesn't really do much. And but certainly when the state does, the question is, how should we leverage the capacity that we already have here, right? And especially given that in the Caribbean basin, Haiti has one of the lowest collection rates, right, at 12%, where we have other places that are pushing 60, 70, 80% collection. So how do we leverage what's already here to improve the infrastructure, right? And so I think all roads lead back to the government. All roads lead back to some action being done and our action not being done. So again, there's not much news to share on. I just wanted to talk about strategically how folks could position themselves, and I think there's certainly a lot of opportunity for folks to again start, instead of starting a charity or NGO, Feed My Children version, sending stuff that could be purchased in the state, right, to Haiti, sorting it, and then shipping it to countries that are accepting it for sale. China being one of the larger ones in the Caribbean basin region, right? So it's being done. Haitian folks who are in homes, I can tell you, everyone uses. A lot of folks use from a percentage standpoint uses these private companies. So you coming in to set up your own private company, it's not, you're not shaking the the mindsets of folks. Folks understand it, right? And especially if you can pitch it in a way where not only is it more affordable than what's already out there, right? And you can make it more affordable by really figuring out a supply chain that really is able to capture most of your profits from what you're collecting off in the streets, right? If you can emphasize in that way and then sell it and then offer a back end service directly to homes at a much cheaper price, you're gonna win. You're gonna win, right? And I'm still looking for that entrepreneur who has that mindset. I was looking at something the other day. It was a Facebook ad. There's a fella by the name of wow, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. He's over in Jacmel, and he's doing a really good project. Man, I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna come back to it. Doing a really good project. And that's what he's doing. He's literally, Jacmel with its beautiful beaches. He's going in the water, grabbing stuff, collecting them, sorting them, and shipping them off. And he has a staff of over 40 people, right? So that's kind of where I want to leave that story. Let me look at the comments here in IG. I appreciate the comments, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Mo and Grace, party of 5. Do you think absolutely? Do you think it's wise for someone to go to Haiti today in this current climate? Absolutely. I mean, I'm here. I'm talking to you. You just got to do it right. You got to do it smart. You know what I mean? You got to partner with the right people. I mean, I always like using this, Syrians and Arabs who are here right now, and they've been here and they keep coming and they keep investing and they keep putting money in. You know why? You know why they're able to do that? In a country that's not their country, in a country that has the perception, it's black, it's dangerous, because they leverage each other. They work together, right? They as a team, right? Share resources, share security, share tips, and succeed. And I always can't understand. Again, I'm not mad at them. I see the strategy, and I'm like, how can we use that? Why can't we use that in our own country? Why can't we use that? Instead, folks they listen to people talking crap and, oh no, my God, I sure know. But yet others are. And why is it no one ever asks that next question? Okay, how do we leverage their same strategy to be successful? So just put it like that. How do you leverage the strategy of people who are currently successful in the country, right? To be successful, and don't listen to any crap about current climate nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Next question from Mo and Grace, party 5. Do you think Haiti would benefit from American government style? That's a long form question. I keep it real short to say, every society needs a structure of government that fits them and the personality of people. The American government isn't, so the Canadian government is the same as the American government because it fits the style of the Canadian people. The Mexican government, the English government, the French government, they all have different styles of governments, right? And that fits the priorities and the culture of their people. So I think we need to do the same thing. It shouldn't be exactly American style, but it should certainly have certain things related to accountability, transparency, and putting more money towards the investment of its people and opportunities for economic growth. And that's certainly something we could do American style. But in terms of the overall structure, I can't speak to that. I keep it short because that's its own video in and of itself. Where would they get the money from? There's plenty of money. There's plenty of money, right? The Petrocaribe, the $4 billion that were gone. The $4 billion that were gone over that span. That's money that could have done so many projects, right? I mean, if you're watching the news, IMF, even though that money's in jeopardy right now, IMF just signed a $229 million loan to the Haitian government on conditions, right, on certain things, but 2029 zero interest. By the way, it's a zero interest loan over the entire lifespan, right? And that's money that could be used to do real sizable investment in the people and the living conditions of the country if it was done, right? So again, where's the money coming? The money's here. It just needs to be spent right. Next question. There's a guy named Louis MIA. Okay, all right, cool. Hope to reach out and connect with them at some point. Exactly, Haitians who don't want to partner with each other. Yep, you got that. Yep, I just answered that one. And I guess you're supposed to say, let's see if the money actually gets spent right. Yeah, that's always the question. So appreciate the comments. Always great to be able to engage on that, right? I think that's kind of where I'm gonna wrap it up today. As always, I do like to visit the comments on my YouTube, and I want to see if I can pull one or two from my comments on YouTube and just really respond to. So let me do that real quick. All right, give me a second. I already pulled up, but apparently I closed it out. Let me just say this. I'm really surprised how well my video concerning Philippe Vildrin is doing. I am blown away because usually when you're doing things that are educational rather than zen or negative or just for the views, doing stuff for the clout, like jumping out of a moving car or some nonsense. When you're doing something actual structurally impactful, you don't get many views. That's fine. I'm here to do what I feel needs to be done. I'm not here necessarily clout chasing and subscriptions. If it happens, it happens. Great. But the fact that I am getting a bit of viralness behind it. The fact that I'm pushing over 700 views on this video that is talking about agriculture and a guy who just breaks down just what it is to do agriculture in the country. Man, it fires me up. Man, it fires me up. It fires me up. And so just keep those views going, guys. I appreciate it. Just wanted to comment on that. Let's see, nothing too much. So we got Wigny Pierre talking. I think city of Haiti should have someone like him. So many things are possible. We have an agronomist. I'm missing that title. I'm sorry. Everywhere in the country, we do have human resources, but we don't have projects like this in Haiti. Agronomist. Sorry. I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. To go to school, but we don't have a transfer of their knowledge. So absolutely right. It's just great to have someone like that who not only has a passion for what he's doing, but also is sharing that, on camera with us. And again, make sure to visit Marcel. Is just make it a point. Go up there. The drive alone, I'm telling you, the drive alone is worth it to go visit Marcel. It is just, that alone is worth the price of admission. But once you get there, it's something else. It's something else. And eat there, man. Go there hungry. Because again, the food you're eating there, that's the chickens is, the chicken, the pork, the vegetables, everything. 80% of everything is from that farm. So it is. You're talking about farm to mouth. That's what that is. So again, Marcel, can't stop talking about it. Do visit. Let's talk about one more thing. Let's grab one more comment. And this is Dominican border wall protest video. We got Patricia Mia talking about, I'm glad that you speak so clearly and understand the Dominican Republic is fully entitled to build a wall, not just any wall, but a Chinese one. Unfortunately, Asians continue to cross the border without documentation. There must already be 4 million undocumented in the Dominican. I don't know where she's getting that figure, but okay. First, the government of Haiti has to recognize that both the two sport fields and cemetery in the Dominican are in Dominican territory. Why do Haitians prefer to be buried in the Dominican Republic? For their voodoo rights, that part of the chief. Okay. Is that why I wanted to be buried in the Dominican? Two nations, stone, and trying to find command. I'm mumbling it because this is the general theme. Whenever you put anything Dominican Republic, you get an onslaught of very pro-Dominican, anti-Haitian comments that really validate, and then you can kind of get a sense of why the Dominican government gets the impunity to do so much of the very heinous things that they're doing against a minority in their borders. I think I did say something to the extent of, Dominicans are the right to build a wall on their border, right? As any country has a right to build, have border security, but certainly the way they're going about it and the racially way they're going about it, it's a problem. It's a problem. And at the end of the day, we need a stronger Haiti. We need a Haiti where folks aren't having to leave to be disrespected. And not just DR, that's unique. Bahamas are going out their way to deport Haitians who are just trying to get a better economic life. As you know, with Trump and TPS, in every country, we have this degree of disrespect that when it's other people, it's we welcome you immigrants, we welcome you hardworking people. Whereas Haitians trying to do the same thing, and Haitians have proven the whole we're hardworking people. We have higher educational achievement than other people. Entrepreneurially, we're on par with every other immigrant group. We contribute to the societies that we enter if given the chance to integrate. But Angela Foster, good morning, over on YouTube. And but again, that's why it's so important that we in the diaspora who are watching, we need to think in a way, okay, entrepreneurially, how can we come back? How can we build companies, entities that will grow value, that will employ, provide jobs, and ultimately grow the country? Because again, we can't keep parody nonsense, this not-for-profit nonsense that's not giving anybody anything but IG photos and IG clicks and leaving folks jobless and having to leave the country, right? So and having to get comments like this from Dominican Republic people whenever you mention DR in any of your videos, right? So so that's it. That's where I'm gonna stop. A little longer than I would have preferred, but that's just how it is when you do a live. I'll try to keep it to maybe one story, maybe to prevent it from going this long. You already know. Take the rest of the week again. We're going to do another live tomorrow, just because I'm super backed up with video projects. As I mentioned, we work with video editing teams across the world. We have a few projects we're trying to edit and get out the door. In addition to the fact that I have Seejeanty and the stuff I'm doing in house. So we just won't have time to do the Haiti Biz properly cut show. But we're going to do instead tomorrow. We're going to do the live, and hopefully we can get back to the more traditional setup on Monday. But we'll see. Eventually I would like to grow my video editing team so we can support this. But of course that takes this, and this isn't necessarily bringing it in just yet. But in any case, Haiti Biz News Show Monday to Friday, right? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Those who are coming in, I'm gonna try to do it at a set time, usually around 8:30. So do try to come in and check it out. And again, I love comments. I will address them as they come up. Angela Foster, no, my IT share, IT me, IT. Mana ita sa ibu ken mun. Sorry, my IT. You couldn't me like IT mshida. Okay. But yeah. So again, until we're back at it again, right? We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Tune in. Peace.